All right, I think I'm on. Think I'm on. Think I'm on. Think I'm on. I think I'm on. Let's see. Yes, I am on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. I am Greg, K6EGG. I'm here in Southern California, about 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Go on about 2 or 3 nights or days, depending on my schedule, a week here from my shack here in Chino. I would say probably about 50% of the time on 144 or 250 here locally, so the guys can hear their own stations and chime in and have some normal rag chew. And lately I've been on Reflector 30, Reflector 1, and just today, I think the first time, Reflector 14 Charlie. So today I think we're going to be going into, probably go into Reflector 30 again. I have the Dodger game on the side here, so I'm kind of watching that. So if I'm sidetracked, I apologize. Anyways, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this calendar year. So help me get there. I'm not going to try to sell anything, though, so don't worry about that. Without further ado or delay, let's get to some radio here on the Greg K6EGG live stream. And I got some video issues here. Hopefully I can correct them. That is very bright to me, but hey. So if you're watching on the stream tonight, I'm currently monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie. I've not heard anybody on there for about 5 minutes. I heard a station in from Chattanooga, Tennessee, KN4ACC. So let's jump in and see if anybody's on Reflector 30. If you want to join in, you know where to find me. Reflector 30 Charlie. Let's give our call out here. Hello, this is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30 from Southern California in the city of Chino. About 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. I'm also on YouTube. If you type in my call letters, K6EGG, into the search engine of YouTube. Is anybody out there on the Reflector?
Yeah, the TJR mobile. How are you tonight?
Good there, VE9TJR. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm living the dream one nightmare at a time. Just looking at the world through a windshield. I'm 18 Little Mobile, back here, VE9TJR.
Copy that. What neck of the woods are you in this evening there? And I know what you mean there, by the way.
I'm just coming up to Effingham, Illinois right now. On my way back to Ontario, Canada. Over. VE9TJR.
Copy that. At least the weather's still pretty decent this time of year. How's it driving in Canada in the winter with all the snow? Does it get pretty nasty at times?
Well, I would say no worse than driving in Upper Michigan or Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, both or Wyoming, both the same. You just deal with it. That's all. Part of the job. Back to you, VE9TJR.
Copy that. If it sprinkles here in Southern California, basically all the highways get completely full and people completely lose their minds and still drive like it's sunny and 80 degrees outside. So for me, the only snow driving experience I have is just a couple work trips on the East Coast. So yeah, that's how it is here in California. If something's just not right, all hell breaks loose.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm out there in the LA area just about every week or every other week. I know. I got a funny story back many years ago. My first wife and I, she had lived in Bristol, Connecticut for over 10 years. She moved back to New Brunswick when I met her. She still had friends down in Bristol, so we decided we were going to go down and visit with friends. And it was in the wintertime. Of course, me coming from New Brunswick, I was quite used to driving in the snow. And we were down there, and they'd got a snowstorm while we were down there. And I was out on the street, going to the store and doing different places, and her friends thought I was crazy. Absolutely nuts. How do you drive in this stuff? Of course, it was just second nature to me. Back to you, B9 teacher.
Yeah, I understand. My dad grew up actually in Ontario, Canada. I believe the city is called Scarborough, which is east of downtown Toronto there. I'm sure you're probably familiar with that neck of the woods there. And he left there because he got tired of dealing with it. So, yeah, interesting stuff. The only snow we get here in California is up in the mountains, and I don't go up there. I try to avoid it because it's too crowded. So, anyways, it's nice meeting you or talking to you again. I think I talked to you a couple nights ago. This is Greg, K6EGG in the city of Chino, California.
Yeah, K6EGG, B9TTR. Well, your father was one of the lucky ones who will immigrate because I've been trying for the last 40 years. And as a truck driver, you can't immigrate. Even though they're short, like, 300,000 truck drivers in the U.S. But as a truck driver, you can't immigrate to the U.S. Or I'd have been gone 40 years ago. So, look, I wouldn't get out of Canada and move down to the U.S. But, oh well. 7-3, B9, TTR mobile.
And real quick, while Ed, he came down from Canada, he came down during the Vietnam War and joined the military, the U.S. military, voluntarily to get his U.S. citizenship. That's how bad he wanted out of the cold. So I feel you, man. Take care, man. This is Greg, K6EGG. Also on YouTube, if you type in my call letters, K6EGG in the search engine of YouTube. Have a good evening. It's like the Dodgers finally have somebody on. All right, should I?
There was another station breaking in there. I didn't catch the call. Try it again.
This is KF7MYF out of Panama City, Florida. I didn't want to interrupt. I am very curious, as I'm new to all of this DStar and reflectors. How is VE9TJR accomplishing a reflector if you're mobile? Are you actually moving in a vehicle, or are you just being mobile from the house? Over.
This will be good stuff if you're due to DStar, by the way, here.
No, I'm mobile.
Good info.
Rolling down the road 60 miles an hour in an 18-wheeler. And I use a hotspot, and it's tethered to the data on my cell phone. Back to you, VE9TJR.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm doing the same thing, trying to use a Pi-Star that a buddy of mine gave me using the house internet. So you're just using your mobile internet. Got it. So I could do the same thing, I guess, with this device. If I drive by my son, I could take it on the road with me. I didn't think about that. Panama City, Florida. Everything ever getting on a reflector, so I'm still learning all this.
Yeah, are you going to a hotspot, or are you going into a repeater? Back to you.
That's always one of my first questions.
Unfortunately, Bay County doesn't have a DStar repeater that has internet access. We have a DStar repeater, so I had to get a Pi-Star hotspot, I guess, so to speak, here at the house that we just set up. So I'm using my home internet through that hotspot. but I have my mobile 4100 Icom radio that I brought out of my truck into the house so I could talk to this. But you gave me an idea. Now I can take this hotspot, hook it up to my cell phone Wi-Fi, and hit the road in my truck.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, QSL. So the device there, you'll probably have to connect it to a power supply of some sort. Either use a small power inverter or a little battery pack of some kind that will last you for 10 hours for a length of time you're going to be driving. But that's what I have. I have mine plugged into a small power inverter that's plugged into the cigarette lighter. And, of course, my Open Spot 3 has its own internal battery. When it's fully charged, it'll last 7 or 8 hours anyway without any type of power source. But, that's what I'm using. I'm using my cell phone. The data on my cell phone, and it's called the Shark RF Open Spot 3. Back to you, B9TJR.
Very nice, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely figure out the power situation to get this thing to work, but baby steps. You got to figure out learning the reflectors, which one have people on them. Someone earlier, one of my first contact, I think his name was John, told me about the website I could go to and see all the different reflectors and activities, and that's a wealth of knowledge there on that website. So definitely learning as I go here. KF7MYF.
I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of good people out there teaching everybody, so it's good that you're coming on and
absolutely. Nobody started born into this stuff. I've been a ham operator since, 88, plus the later part of 88. And this stuff is new to me too, so I've only been on it for the digital part for maybe a year and a half or so, but you'll learn. I'm still learning after a year and a half, 2 years. And, I still got a long way to go yet. Still learn a lot more. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great pastime. Back to you, B9TJR.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about ham radio. There's so many different avenues you can get into. You can get into creating your own antennas or learning different means of communication. I personally like the emergency services aspect of it. So I did join a local Aries team here. So I just definitely like emergency communications and learning all the different ways. I just figured out WinLink and did my first WinLink message. So just dabbling in everything right now, but I do want to try to get good at something, I guess, at some point. But yeah, I'm never going to stop learning with this stuff. It never ends. KF7.
It does never end. You can keep digging yourself into a hole of ham radio.
Yeah, very good. Well, you'll enjoy it. It can dig awful deep in your pocket, but it doesn't have to.
Ain't that for sure?
Don't go overboard all at once.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a fun hobby. It's a good hobby. There is probably enough different avenues, aspects of ham radio keep you busy all your life and still not cover it all. So, and I also do, when I had my home base, I liked making antennas. That was I didn't get into the building transceivers and amplifiers and power supplies, but I like making antennas, dipoles, and Yankees. And, I enjoyed that a lot. So, but now I'm mobile in an 18-wheeler. I usually buy my antennas, so I don't have the facility here in the truck, the capabilities of doing that. So, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. V9TJR Mobile.
KN6KNE.
Got some lighting problems here.
W.
V9TJR WA6 Bravo Echo Fox. You got a minute? I've got a Open Spot 3 question.
Hey, Denny, you watching in the stream right now?
K6EGG, V9TGR. I got nothing but time. Just looking through the windshield.
If you're watching in the stream,
ahead.
I'm going to send you a text.
V9TGR.
Oh, man, I'm trying to remember the last time I talked to you. It seems like it was months ago. Anyway, it's Dave in Visalia, California, and I have just put my open spot onto my phone. As it happens, we don't have internet tonight in the house because we're going to get it hooked up again. We had new carpet installed. We had to move out and move back in. So we're in the process, but everything but the kitchen, yeah. So we still have good, and the closets. We didn't have to clean out our clothes or anything. So, but anyway, my question is this: I'm using a Motorola phone, and it's fine. When I I punch it from one profile to the other. It goes to the profile, but then it just hangs there and it doesn't want to go to the channel on the profile until I turn off and turn on the internet at the phone. Would you happen to know why that might be going on or what might be causing that? I was curious. V9TGR WA6VF.
Dodgers are not looking good right now.
Yeah, W6VF, V9TGR. Well, it's good to hear you again, Dave. And yeah, it was before I had to get off the road there for 4 months there. The last time we talked, because I just got back on the road here about a month ago. I was home for 4 months off sick, going through some treatments. But anyway, I know that happens with mine. If you're talking about the dashboard, or
All right, so I'm going to
reflector,
change over to reflector 14 Charlie.
Link to REF014 Charlie.
Let's see if anybody pops in here. K6EGG monitoring reflector 14 Charlie from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Anybody out there by chance listening? All right, so let's go to reflector 1.
Link to REF001 Charlie.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 1 Charlie from Southern California. in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles, and also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, K6EGG in the search engine. Just wondering if anybody out there was out there monitoring this reflector also.
Here, you take a call.
M1AEG.
Got quiet. Thought I heard someone in there. I'll give her a second.
I think it was Kilo 6. Kilo 6F Echo Golf Golf. Kilo 6F Echo Golf Golf. Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf. Based in Southwest UK.
Hello and good morning to you there over there. M1AEG. This is Greg, K6EGG here in Southern California right now. Yeah, I thought I heard you break up real quick coming in. I didn't know if that was directed towards me or not. So yeah, I got you in there clear now. How you doing this morning for you?
K6EGG, M1AG. It is very early morning over here for me, Greg. And many thanks for coming back to the call. If you wouldn't mind, can you give my my colleague a call? Mike 6 Whiskey Oscar Bravo. I've been trying to impart the glory of DStar on him, but he's not yet had a distance contact, Greg. So if you wouldn't mind giving him a call, or if you stand by, he'll give you a call. Just like to share the love of DStar, over.
Absolutely. What was this call again? I got a mic 6, and I didn't catch the rest of it. I didn't have my pen ready. And if you guys are interested, I'm also streaming on YouTube right now. Speaking of sharing the love of DStar, I'm doing that on YouTube right now. If you type in my call letters K6EGG into the search engine there. Now back to you. Can you give me the call letters again? Once again, M1AEG for K6EGG.
K6EGG, M1AG. Okay. And, I'll be dialing up that YouTube in a minute, Greg. All good stuff. Mike 7 Whiskey Oscar Bravo. So if you just give that one a call. And I'm going to clear with you, Greg. And I'll check out that YouTube, over.
M1AEG for Greg K6EGG. Yeah, got a copy of that. I'll give him a call here. M7WOB, you out there. This is Greg K6EGG in Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles in the United States. You out there? That's a heck of a mobile antenna right there. I don't know if that would fit underneath the overpasses here in California. I'll give it a try again. M7WOB for Greg K6EGG in Southern California. Do you have a copy? This is Greg K6EGG. Well, that's unfortunate. He's got some nice radios here. I'd love to touch base with him. Is that a 991 Alpha there? I can't tell. Looks like he made a contact across the pond at with 2.5 watts.
Yeah, Paul, while you power up, you're very, well, not weak signaling, but yeah, go to your maximum power to get into the gateway. And yeah, give Greg another call. I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige. He's probably doing a YouTube video to hopefully share the merits of DStar. Back to you, Paul. M7WOB, and yeah, give Greg a call.
M1 AEG, I don't think he's hitting the gateway or hitting the reflector. You might be hearing him on a local repeater, but I'm not hearing him here. I don't know if he's got to change some settings in his modes on his radio. I don't know if he's using a hotspot or not. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Try again, Paul. As long as you're hitting the dashboard, you should be hitting Greg. M7WOB, M1AG. You take it back to Greg, over.
It's a bummer I'm not hearing him. He might not have something set right in his radio hotspot or whatever he's connecting to there. Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Be much appreciated. We're trying to get a hold of M7 WOB, Mike 7 Whiskey Oscar Bravo. Mike 7 Whiskey Oscar Bravo for K6EGG in Southern California. You have a copy? Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf K6EGG. I'm not hearing your station. I tried calling him a couple times. How's he hooking up to the reflector?
K6EGG, M1AG. Well, he's coming through the same hotspot as, or gateway, as I'm coming through, Greg. And I'm receiving him, but obviously I'm receiving him via RF. He's showing on the dashboard, but there is a possibility that there's something wrong with his settings. I can hear him calling you, and I can hear you calling him, but unfortunately it's not working. But many thanks for giving that a try, Greg. Over.
M1 AEG, K6EGG. Yeah, I don't see his call on the reflector gateway. At least I'm connected to the gateway at all. I have it up on YouTube as well. I see you in there, and I see a couple other people, but I don't see his call listed anywhere. So maybe he's like a gateway setting in his radio or something, or he's not using the reflector to connect to the gateway. I hope he gets it worked out. I'll stand by for a few minutes. Maybe he can get it worked out. Love to make that contact with him. This is Greg, K6EGG for Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf out there in the UK.
K6EGG, M1AG. I've probably just thought about what the problem is, Greg. He's probably not registered his call sign. So although he's coming over my gateway, the network reflector 1 Charlie is probably not passing his call sign if he's not registered it. It's like an age-old problem. We've all been through it, but we sort of registered our call signs that many years ago that we've probably forgotten that we registered them. And I guess that Paul probably hasn't registered his call sign, so he's not passing the traffic, even though he's hitting the gateway okay, and he's showing up on my gateway. That's probably what it is, I expect. So yeah, I'll clarify that with Paul. But yeah, I mean, my gateway is Mike Bravo 6 Charlie.co.uk, and you can clearly see he's hitting the gateway no problem at all with a very low bit error rate. So it's probably a call sign thing and a call sign registering thing. There we go. Many thanks, Greg. Let me carry on with YouTube. I'm going to have a quick look before I disappear. It's 3 a.m. or coming up to 3 a.m. in the morning over here in the UK, so time to get on. But many thanks for giving it a go, Greg. Over.
No problem. They're Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf. Would love to try to help, but unfortunately it's not working yet. And yes, I've actually had that same problem. I actually registered my call letters in with the system, but I didn't register it all the way. We had to go on the other site and put like the H or whatever next to your name. So yeah, I know how it goes. It can get a little confusing, and I had a ton of help with that. I'm sure you can help your boy out with that. So it's nice making contact with you. And real quick, is this going across a repeater there locally in the UK, or you guys are connecting to a local hotspot or something like that? And then I'll let you go.
M1AG returning. Yeah, he's sort of in between, Greg. It's not a repeater, and it's not a hotspot. It is what I would call a gateway. So over here in the UK, we're allowed to fix up an access point, if you like, but it is only 2 watts ERP from the antenna. So yeah, very restricted on the range. But yeah, I've just hooked up with Paul this evening and talked him through how to access MB6CC, which is my gateway, or the gateway that I run. Sorry, not my gateway, but the gateway that I run. And he's hitting the gateway no problem at all. But yeah, on reflection, I'm assuming it's because his call isn't registered, it's not passing over the network. So there we go. Yeah, very good. At least we've diagnosed the problem. K6 Echo Golf Golf, Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf, over.
Mike 1 Alpha Echo Golf, copy, I understand. So I hope he gets it going. All right, I'm usually between this one, Reflector 30, Reflector 12 Alpha, and sometimes Reflector 14 Charlie. So hopefully we can make contact again sometime, and you take care. And I get my best work done in the middle of the night like what you guys are doing right now. So have a good one. This is Greg, K6EGG, also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. Have a good morning over there in the UK. And I got the Dodger game on right now. And they got two guys on with one out.
Great. Mate, thanks for the opportunity and the test. Catch you later. So free, mate. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning. Cheers.
That's gonna score one though.
KN6KNE.
KN.
K6EGG, VK2 November Mike Zulu. Afternoon there from Australia.
VK2 NMZ. Good morning there from Australia. Also, I heard KN6KNE in there. I'll get back right to you. How you doing out there, Brad? And was it New South Wales I'm seeing?
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah, New South Wales. And I'm going off sitting here working and just flicked the radio over to, I believe, yeah, this repeat is on 1 Charlie and heard you pop up and. Yeah, all good. It seems like you're getting quite a fair bit of interest there, and so all is good. But yeah, New South Wales, all fine here. Yeah, I figured I'd just randomly drop by, say hello, and if anyone there is watching on YouTube as well, afternoon.
Excellent. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Brad. I can't talk right now. Sorry. So is this reflector hooked up to a local repeater where you're at, you said?
Yep, mate, copy that. It's I'm actually just going off to have a look. Where are we? What am I? Module B or module C? So yeah, reflector 1 Charlie. So that's of all things, it's a repeater that I went off install, but I didn't actually do the final config of it. But yes, it's a local repeater VK2 RAG. Module C's hooked up to 1 Charlie, and module B's up to 23 Charlie.
Oh, excellent. And are you, that city in between Sydney and Newcastle, something like that? I spent some time down there in Australia about 10 years ago, about 3 weeks. I'm semi-familiar with the country.
Absolutely correct there. That I'm on the Central Coast in New South Wales, which I am 1 hour north of Sydney and 1 hour south of Newcastle, so smack right in the middle.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to make contact with you, and I hope you're watching on YouTube. And also, maybe I'll hand it over to Denny, KN6KNE. Maybe you can make the contact with Brad, VK2NMZ, over in New South Wales, Australia. Go ahead, Denny. Give him a try.
Good evening, Greg, and good afternoon. VK station in Australia. This is KN6KNE, open spot 3. I live near Greg, but I'm in Miami right now. And me and Greg are both watching this sporting event, baseball on TV. And the Dodgers are showing. They were so bad that facing a hitting. Back.
KN6, it came off my screen, unfortunately, but there was the transmission was just dropping out right at the very, very end. So for me at the moment I'm not watching any sport. I'm looking at a couple of a couple of screens here at the moment. I'm supposed to be working, but here I am chatting on the radio instead. The joys of multitasking, but I haven't really spent much time on DStar myself. I'm usually over on either DMR or P20 or P25, but I've figured I've got the IC-9700 sitting here, so I may as well turn it on to DStar and let it have a bit of a listen through. But yeah, that's all good there, mate. Well, I think I might go off and head off, and I think for the other station, if they're not registered with DStar, is maybe it's not somebody that Well, I can't do it. I'm not in a position to do it at the moment, but maybe somebody could go off and grab that person's call sign and check it out on the DStar Gateway website and see whether they're registered. And if they are, you'll be able to pull up, what details they were actually, what reflector they were registered to, etc. But anyways, I'll pass it there back to you, and I might continue off doing my work and see if you can nab anyone else. K6EGG and the other station I can't remember because I don't have the history up in front of me. This is VK2NMZ.
Copy that, Brad. You have a wonderful afternoon, and make sure you get back to work there. And the other station, I don't know if you're writing it down or not, it's Denny, KN6KNE. KN6KNE. And he actually lives by me, but he's in the city of Miami right now on a work assignment. So he was kind of dropping out on my end as well. Now back to you, Denny, if you're still out there, man.
GG, KN6KNE.
Denny, I double with you, dude. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Oh, sure. It's okay. Go ahead. I just said I haven't spoken to VK stations in a long time. 3, maybe 4 weeks, 20 meters, isn't it? Anyhow, back to you, Greg, at KN6KNE.
Copy that. How's the city of Miami doing right now? You staying out by the airport?
Yeah, by the airport. It's I think a 13-hour layover or something like that. So nearby the airport, not too far away. Kind of warm, a little bit of heat, not too bad. Probably 8 switched. Out tomorrow early. Back to you.
Copy that. I think there was a double in there. AI5DQ. You listening? This is Greg, K6EGG, along with Denny, KN6KNE. I guess he went away. And I think we talked yesterday or the day before. They mentioned you about the 30th out that park in California.
Yeah, copy that. I'm scheduled to work that day, but we'll see. Hey, Dodgers are not doing all that well there. Uriah's not a very good showing. How come he pitched so much? They were hitting him pretty hard.
It's hard to say, man. October's a different beast. Dodgers usually play pretty well at home, and they're a late a bat team, and they got three more innings to go. So I'm not definitely knocking them out yet. So we'll see what happens here in the next couple innings.
Yes, I got 3 innings left opportunity to expose team. We'll see what happens. But anyhow, I don't know if you caught earlier. I was watching drone racing when the Dodgers were not doing all that great. The drone racing, I've never seen that on TV. It's pretty cool. But anyhow, back to you, KS. Oh, you know what? Try to pick up the other station. Maybe some digital challenges. But this is a great reflector. You're getting a lot of overseas fans.
Yeah, this is a great reflector for overseas, especially in the early morning. It's pretty late over in the UK, but a lot of Australian contacts out there. In fact, let's give them a try. See if anybody else is out there real quick. See if we can make a couple more contacts. Denny, what do you say? This is Greg, K6EGG, Also on YouTube, if you type in my call letters, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, K6EGG in the search engine of YouTube, you can kind of hear your voice come through my radio and see it on my screen as I'm seeing it. So anybody out there possibly on the reflector, this is Greg, K6EGG.
K6EGG, this is Whiskey Able 5, Charlie Foxtrot Tango, WA5CFT. You have a copy? Over.
WA5CFT, this is Greg, K6EGG. I do have you in there loud and clear, good audio and everything. How you doing tonight, sir?
Okay. The handle here, the name here is Mike India Kilowatt Echo, and we're located in Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, actually 10 miles west of that, in a little city called Metairie. And we just came through that Ida storm, and we were fortunate. All the trees that came down were in somebody else's yard, and it left I had taken my antenna down, so it left my antenna alone, but we did get a few shingles coming off the roof, but all in all, we were thankful that it didn't hurt us any more than that. Back to you, Greg.
Hey, copy that. I'm glad everything worked out for you. Yeah, that storm created some havoc down there, and I used to spend a lot of time down in New Orleans. One of my favorite restaurants of all places is in New Orleans. It's called Willie Mae's Scotch House. Fried chicken, red beans and rice, and oh man, it's such a good stuff, man. So I'm glad you're okay down there. We also have Denny, KN6KNE. He's down in Miami on a hotspot. Let's see if he can make his contact here. This is Greg, K6EGG. Thanks again, Mike, for the contact.
Greg, did you want me to call KN6KNE, or you are over?
I was going to see if he was going to give you a call. He's going to make the contact there.
Okay, I'm listening. Over.
WA5CFT. Hello there, Mike. This is Denny, like the restaurant. KN6KNE, me at Open Block 3 at the nearby Miami Airport. Back to you.
KN6KNE, this is Whiskey Able 5, Charlie Foxtrot Tango. I got you real good, no problem. Sound you coming in real well. The handle here is Mike India Kilowatt Echo, and I was just talking to Greg, and I was just telling him about my hurricane experience. So basically, we made it through the hurricane, so there's not much to say. But a lot of my friends don't have any roofs anymore. So back to you, and let me get your handle, please. KN6KNE, this is WA5CFT.
WA5CFT, KN6KNE. Name is Denny, Delta Echo, NNY. Denny like a restaurant. And nice to meet you. Yeah, I heard you earlier with glad that
Denny is an airline pilot. He works HF
well, unfortunately,
in his airplane when he has time. Check him out.
Yeah, that's we just saw Miami today. Looks like it cleared out. No weather, no significant weather where you're at. This evening, and soon.
It's a rough copy,
my body
man.
clock is still where Greg is. WA5CFT, KN6KNE. Back to you, Mike. I'm not sure if Mike is still there. Greg, you're taking a look at the TV, I can see. Hey, the way they shifted that infield, if he just punts it down the third base line, he'd be safe.
Yes, he would. And by the way, you got a ton of data dropouts. It was a real difficult copy when you were talking to the last station there. Just to let you know.
Okay. I gotta keep it short then. I'll keep it short.
KN6KNE. This is Whiskey 815 Charlie Foxtrot Tango. I had a foot switch that was broken there for a second, so now I got it in my hand and it's working much better. So hopefully you had a copy on me last time. This is WA5CFT. Over.
In case you guys watching on YouTube,
WA5CFT.
I'm actually watching a baseball game too, and talking and chatting in the chat here, which is we got Brad in here. M7WOB.
Probably finishing his dinner, digesting.
Oh, I'm done eating.
We're moving into the evening hours. Have a great evening there. And,
love to hear from you guys. Always jump in there, say hi in the chat. I try to talk to everybody out there. I'm on Reflector 1 Charlie tonight here.
This is WA5CFT. Okay, I heard that transmission real well, so I'll let y'all go and eat. I think you said eat your dinner. I'll let y'all go. And this is WA5CFT clear. And go ahead and you can make the final 73, guys.
Yeah, Mike, no problem. I'm still here. WA5CFT, have a great evening. I don't know if Greg will probably monitor, Greg will probably be off a few hours more, but I'm going to probably sign off here in about 30 minutes. KN6KNE with WA5CFT in Louisiana.
And Mike, WA5CFT, you have a good evening, sir. This is Greg, K6EGG, also on YouTube. If you type in my call letters to the search engine of YouTube, K6EGG, and you'll see my live stream, my ugly mug, along with my radio, and you'll be able to hear your voice come through DStar wise through my Icom 9700. Have a good evening, Mike.
KK4LAZ.
From Simpsonville, South Carolina. Never heard of that before.
WA6BEF.
WA6BEF, K6EGG, Chino, California. You had a copy out there, David? I guess not. So you guys are watching on YouTube tonight. I'm on Reflector 30 Charlie here. I'm in the city of Chino, which is about 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. I'm also watching the Dodger game, which is a pretty big Dodger fan, but they're not looking too good. Would love to chat with you. Jump in, say hi in the chat there on the right. If you have a account, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on about 2 or 3 days a week. I float around a couple different reflectors and locally on repeaters, locally on sideband here in Southern California as well. So love to chat with you. This is Greg K6EGG and in my live stream here. Jump in, say hi. It's like I see Brad in there.
Yeah, Greg, it seems like that's the challenge with open spots and things like that. It's sometimes you see the call letters, but then nothing much from the digital data doesn't get all the way through.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I saw a couple other stations do that recently. I don't know if they're, just testing out. There's a term for that, carbunking or something like that, just to see if you key the repeater up. I saw you over, let me reset. I think I saw your call letters over on 30 Charlie. Were you there originally there too? I tried sending you a text message as well.
So I first saw you over there, and then I just keyed up enough for the call sign to show up. So I didn't make a statement or anything. I just keyed up for the call sign.
M1AEG, K6EGG. Real quick, Denny, my text is going through to you?
I believe everyone have their transmissions and text. Let me see. I have my phone way over there charging because I'm using it as my hotspot's Wi-Fi source. Let me see.
Okay, copy that. I just wondered. I know I sent you some pictures yesterday or last week from Victorville. K6EGG here also on YouTube if you type on my callers, K6EGG.
Great, Denny. I don't see your text. I don't think you texted to my phone. Maybe to Messenger. I don't know what we used before also. Or maybe it's just not working. So I don't know. I didn't see it.
That's weird. I remember that happening before. Very strange stuff.
November 6, Papa, Uniform Delta. Monitoring 1 Charlie.
Go ahead there. N6PUD. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Good evening, Greg. Nice to hear from you again. Are you doing your live stream right now on YouTube? And I see Kilo November 6, Kilo November Echo. I was reading his page there on QRZ. Old CBer from Fullerton. Anyway, top evening. Just wanted to jump in there.
Yeah, Tim, I'm on right now. In fact, we had a couple contacts. We had one from Australia. And I talked to one person in the UK, and he was trying to get me hooked up with his buddy that's just set up his DStar, but he couldn't get it working yet. So I'm kind of standing by to see if maybe he can get it registered right. Yes, Denny is actually not in Fullerton at the moment. He is in, I believe, South Florida. Maybe I'll let you go over there and make contact with him. This is Greg, K6EGG. Go ahead, Denny. Give him a try.
Yeah, this is KN6KNE station. Just checking RUD. How do you copy KN6KNE?
Hey, Roger. I was just reading your QRZ page. I saw that you played around with Citizens Band. And it's amazing how different Citizens Band radio is as opposed to the wonderful world of amateur radio. And you got everything at your fingertips. You can talk all over the world via VoIP here on this wonderful mode called DStar, or you can play around with all of the digital modes. And anyway, I was looking back and thinking to myself, wow, I've still got 11-meter radios over here that I use daily as well. But yeah, it's a big step up. Anyway, I'm babbling. N6PUD.
N6PD, KN6KNE. I see that you're in Lake Elsinore, so you're close to Big. When I'm home, sometimes we talk here. Try different modes. Personally, for me, the latest thing for me is CW. So I've been doing some CW. My last contact from home was one of.
Poor Jenny's dropping out here.
I think I'm getting better and better every time I do it. So N6, I think it's PUD, KN6KNE.
Yeah, QSL. Well, you know what? I've been very lazy. Between doing a podcast and work and everything else, I can always find an excuse to not sit here and study for my general. That's really a bad excuse. So, I mean, I did the same thing for my technician, so I just spent 1 week doing it. But anyway, yeah, you're losing packets there. With
Yes,
your
you
last
are, Danny.
transmit. I kind of probably 2/3 of what you said. So, all right. Well, hey, it was a pleasure talking to you. And I will bid 7-3 to you. Thank you very much for coming back to me. Kilo November 6, Kilo November Echo. Really like the call sign. This is November 6 Papa Uniform Delta. I'll be clear.
Okay, November 6th, Papa Uniform Delta, KN6KNE. Roger, Tim. Yeah, I'll just try to keep it short. I'm open spot 3. I noticed sometimes it drops out. I did turn my radio power down. Maybe I'll just overpower it and see, because my receiving is fine. Nobody drops out that is coming to the reflector. So, thanks for the report, and maybe we'll meet again soon. KN6KNE, back to the group.
And Tim, do you talk on any local DStar repeaters here in Southern California? I know you're right underneath Santiago, so there's also Keller Peak that has a DStar connection.
I lost part of your last transmission there. Yes, I am directly under under Santiago Peak. I think you said something about Keller Peak. Back to you.
Yeah, and N6PUD, K6EGG. I just wondered if you talked to any local DStar repeaters. I know the Papa system has a DStar repeater up above you in Santiago, and there's also one on Keller. So I just wondered if you utilized any of those repeaters to either have local QSOs or to just to chat to their whatever reflector they're into. I think Keller's into reflector 70 Charlie, and the Papa system's on 12 Alpha. Back to you.
Yes, I actually do. I have all of the local DStar repeaters programmed in my 5100. I have chit-chatted on the Santiago Peak DStar machine there, Keller Peak, a couple of other machines that are in the San Bernardino County. I don't remember what they are. But the sad thing is I spend about 90% of my time just listening to this reflector. There's such good QSOs on here, and between that and DMR, that's pretty much all I have at the moment, and some 10-meter stuff. I'm looking to purchase another radio, but right now finances won't allow me to do that. So I'll send it back over to you. Yeah, November 6th, Papa, Uniform Delta.
N6PUD, K6EGG. Yeah, this reflector, this one, what's this, reflector 1, Charlie, and probably because it's the first reflector, and reflector 30, Charlie, seems to have a lot of activity on it. I know, I think I was on this one about last week, but since I got my Pi-Star hotspot remote working, I'm able to utilize these. I was using the Keller Peak repeater to connect to some different reflectors, but I didn't want to have that big old giant, very powerful repeater tied up on just the one QSO. So even though I talked to Dennis, the owner of the repeater, he's totally cool with it. But I think it'd be easier for me just to float around on different reflectors via my own equipment. But I also talk on reflector 12A when I'm driving around. But I did get a second hotspot, so I might be playing with that a little more in my car. So once again, thank you for watching the YouTube page. I appreciate it. Just trying to have some fun and spreading a little bit of DStar love around as well. So I think there's a couple guys that stream HF QSOs and contests and stuff like that, but I didn't see any of the YouTubers out there that streamed the DStar. So I figured, mess with that. I'm usually on 2-meter sideband. I don't know if you have sideband capability, and we're close enough probably to chat. I'm usually on 144, 250 upper sideband. In fact, that's where I met Denny KN6KNE. So now back to you. This is Greg, K6EGG, also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf into the search engine.
Okay, yeah. That's one of the things that I do a podcast myself, and I kind of promote this part of amateur radio, telling everybody at work and people that I meet, man, you should really, that's CB. No, that's not CB. This is amateur radio. This is the first tier of your license. The technician is fun. There's a lot that you can do on amateur radio with your technician license. DStar is a lot of fun, and DMR is a lot of fun. When 10 meters open, 6 meters open. Unfortunately, I don't have a radio that does 2-meter, 70-centimeter single sideband. I wish I did, and that is one of the radios that I'm looking at purchasing here in the not too far future. So yeah, and everybody watching, just, hey, if you don't have your amateur license, grab that technician's license. It's so easy to do now, and you can do it right from your home. So anyway, I'm babbling, but the world of amateur radio is a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast with it. So, all right, I will sit here and watch your stream. It's interesting. So I'll say 7-3. So Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. This is November 6 Papa Uniform Delta. I will be clear on your final, sir. And 7-3.
And 6 PUD, K6EGG, yeah, definitely. Before you go, where can I find your podcast at? Where would I search for that? I'm not too familiar with podcasts. I'd like to check it out. And I appreciate you watching and subscribing. Not trying to sell anything here other than some good ham radio here. I'm not going to try to push any products or anything like that, although I'm pushing DStar here. But so, anyways, where can I find your podcast again?
Well, I will email you a link. I'm looking at your QRZ page. I believe my email's on there. I will email you a link. I'm doing one this weekend. I'm going to have a really. It's a very. I'm a very colorful person. So if you're not for the faint, you're not the faint of heart. It might not be the podcast for everybody. I tend to use colorful language. So, but I'm open to share the links. All of the other podcasts, shows that I had on there, I took off. It was by accident, and I had them all downloaded. And my 3-terabyte hard drive, I dropped it and lost because I was revamping the page. Lost every one of them podcasts. I downloaded them because I wanted to categorize them and everything. So all of the old podcasts are gone. So, yeah. Anyhow, I'm babbling, so I will be quiet on here. I'll email you a link. I don't know if your email address is on here or not, but I don't see it on here. So anyway, you can email me, and I'll send you a direct link to my podcast page on Spotify and on Anchor.fm.
It should be on there. If not, it's Echo Golf Golf Paul Romeo Oscar at AOL.com. Echo Golf Golf Paul Romeo Oscar at AOL.com. And as for the colorfulness, when I'm not streaming on here or next to my 4-year-old daughter, I definitely probably shouldn't say some of the stuff I say. So I hear you on that. So, all right, man, I appreciate it. We also got Ivan tonight watching, actually this morning for him, HL5BBD watching over in South Korea on YouTube. Maybe you can jump in and say hi and make a contact with me again. And Denny, also KN6KNE that's in Miami, Florida. So thanks again for watching again, Ivan.
Okay, K6EGG group, this is HL5BBD. Hi, Greg. Good to hear you again. Yeah, I'm enjoying your video now. Actually, I'm middle of a smartphone class. Actually, it's not smartphone. It's a amateur radio, digital radio class. So now it's recess time, but I have to get back to class soon, so I cannot keep this class long. But my student will watch your video from the other place. I'm now teaching the people about smartphone and the digital mode of amateur radio through the Zoom. So our student can watch your video now. I'm now sharing my video with my student. Okay, thank you very much. You have good evening there. It's morning time. It's almost noon time here, 11:38. and the weather here is cloudy, and we are going to have rain this afternoon. Thank you very much. K6EGG group, this is HR5BBD. I'll catch you again, 73. Bye-bye.
Excellent, Ivan. Thanks again for jumping in there and saying hi and watching. And I hope your students out there get on the radio and make a bunch of contacts there from South Korea. I'm sure we'll be waiting here to make contact with those guys and girls out there. So take care, Ivan. This is Greg, K6EGG. Also on YouTube, if you type in my call letters, K6EGG, into the search engine of YouTube.
All right, the ex-angel just got it. He said, KN6JNE, and hello there, Ivan, in South Korea. KN6JNE.
Good evening.
I'm receiving everything okay. Everything that's hitting the reflector, I'm receiving no problem. So I'm increasing the power in my HT. Maybe it will help. KN6JNE.
Good evening, everybody. KS4K.
Good evening, KS4K. This is Greg, K6EGG, Chino, California.
Okay, Greg, and everybody else on the reflector. This is Dennis here, out here in Southeast Georgia. Just saw you on the online there. Figured I'd go ahead and pop in here and give a call. And I was noticing you were talking with a fellow in the UK having some trouble getting on through the reflector, and I was just thinking he's probably got something going on with his R2 setting in his radio. I've had that situation happen way back when I first got started with this with a friend of mine. He had the gateway, the G, in the wrong position on the R2 setting. He had it in the 7th position, and it should have been in the 8th. So that could be part of the problem there. But the registration, that shouldn't keep him from going out over the gateway as long as he's on RF. That was a thing that they had set up for the people that had the DV dongles that didn't have a radio. They would be able to get on the system just using their computer audio system and go direct that way. And you had to be registered to be able to transmit that way. But he should be able to get through the gateway with as long as he's got his radio set right. This is KS4K.
That was what I was thinking also. I don't know how that gateway is set up. Maybe it needs to be registered or something. I'm not 100% sure. I know he sent me a message that he is awaiting info from his registration. So we'll see. Hopefully he can pop on here maybe tomorrow or something. Actually, I probably won't be on tomorrow. But, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Hopefully he gets it going. There's so many tiny little things that you can mess up when setting up DStar. I know I did the same thing many a times, and I had a couple guys here locally watch me on YouTube fumble around with it, and everybody interjecting in the chat, you need to do this, you need to do that, and a couple emails, and that all helped me out a lot. So I hope he gets it going. I don't know too much about this, to be honest with you. I pretty much fumbled into it, just like I described. So now back to you. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I was going to say hello to Denny down there in south of me here. He says he's down there in Miami. Very good. Yeah, just don't want to tie it up between you two. I'll let you get back to it, but I just wanted to put that suggestion out there just to have the fellow out there in the UK check his R2 setting and make sure, that that G is in the 8th position. And it does make a difference. So we'll go ahead and stand by here and listen in for a bit. Doing a good job there, Greg, with the streaming. It's pretty interesting stuff there. And with that, we'll say 7-3, and we'll be monitoring her for a bit. KS4K.
Copy that, man. Thanks for coming back there. This is Greg, and thanks for watching, by the way. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm just going to take a standby and kind of listen in. And yeah, go ahead and say hi to Denny, man. I think he's still out there listening, just a little south of you there. This is Greg, K6EGG. Monitoring. Okay, so you guys watching, or girls watching on YouTube tonight, I'm monitoring Reflector 1 Charlie tonight. This is probably only the second time I've been on here. And over my shoulder here, to my right, I'm watching the Dodgers lose to the Atlanta Braves, which I'm not too happy about. So if you want to jump in, say hi, feel free. Jump in, say hi in the chat if you don't have radio capabilities or DStar capabilities. Yes. Yeah, he's a regular on 1 Charlie. He actually you probably know the area a little bit, Tim. He actually lived in California, and he worked right down the street from me. He named a couple of streets that are probably about a mile away from me. So small world here, especially the radio world here. It's too bad you don't have 2-meter sideband capabilities. It's like somebody's popping on here.
VK3YU.
What we got here? Is that an Australian station? VK3YU. Where you at? Six. Melbourne, Australia. Wonder if they're still locked down there. Every time I see the news, there's like rioting and stuff. Oh, I got my daughter here. Let's say hi to her. Say hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Just say hi.
I'm wearing something.
What you wearing?
Look.
What is that?
It's like a little Frank.
Is a little Frank?
Yeah.
And what is Frank? He's a firefighter?
Yeah,
Yeah?
fire truck.
Fire truck. Okay. Mommy had to correct me there, huh?
And this is all dusty.
It is getting dusty. Alrighty. Well, good night.
Night, and then you come to my room today.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have a minute.
Oh, sorry about that, folks. I'm going to take a quick standby real quick. This stream will continue going. I stopped talking and nobody's talking on the reflector now, so hopefully somebody jumps in there. Father duty, yes. Hey, I wish I could jump on 10 meter. I have a TS2000 sitting here and it's dead. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm going to use the money and buy a 7300 since I only have a technician license. So I'll be back in a few. I'm going to leave this picture up where I normally sit and say goodnight to my daughter for a few minutes. This is Greg, K6EGG. 22, 4 kids, 22 and 17. Oh, wow. That's a lot of, they're tightly, they're almost Irish twins there. That's pretty tight. All right, I'll be back in a few.
N6 PUD, Lake Elsinore, Southern California.
N6 PUD, this is HR5BBD team. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was going to say good evening to you, but I forget that you are, on the other side of the, you're on the other side of the world there. I'm doing good. I saw you were looking at K6EGG's live stream there on Twitter. I've had a couple of conversations with you. And someone else from South Korea. I don't remember his call sign, though.
Okay, N6 PUD, this is HR5BBD. Okay, team. It's morning time here, 10 to noon time, almost noon time, 9 minutes to 12. Actually, I'm in the middle of a class. It's a smartphone class and the digital mode of amateur radio class. I'm teaching people about smartphone, how to use a smartphone smartly. It's one of a government project. Our government wants to teach people how to use smartphone smartly. Because of coronavirus, we cannot open class in the public area. So I'm teaching people through the Zoom. So actually, it's recess time. I have to get back to class from 12 o'clock. So there's only 8 minutes left. Yeah, weather today is very fine, cloudy. Yesterday was very fine, but today it's cloudy, and we are going to have rain this afternoon. A bit cold. It's 5 degrees Celsius. Until last week we enjoyed very warm weather, like summer-like weather, almost 27, 28 degrees. But suddenly, from this week, temperature dropped sharply and looks like winter-like weather high. Back to you, team. N6 PUD, this is HR5BBD.
Okay, yeah, so it's a little bit before noon time. Okay, it's about 7:53 p.m. here, 67 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's been a beautiful. The weather out here is gorgeous. Beautiful, a little windy, but that's not bad. There's no rain, so You know, we're kind of, we need that rain out here in Southern California. It's dry. So, but yeah, at any rate, I will let you get back to what you were doing there. And I appreciate you coming back to me. And your first name is Ivan, if I'm not mistaken. Ivan, yeah, Ivan. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to double check. So, hey, I appreciate you coming back to me there. Hotel Lima 5 Bravo Bravo Delta. This is November 6th, Papa Uniform Delta. You have a wonderful day. Enjoy your afternoon. 7-3, sir.
Okay, Jim, N6PUD. This is HR BBD. Yeah, that's right. I'm Ivan. My English name. My Korean name is In-woo, but and I was in America. My secretary recommended me to use the English name, so he recommended this name, Ivan. That starts with I. It's quite a long time ago, almost 30 years ago. Hi. Oh yeah, I located your QDH on the map, Lake Elsinore. Oh, it's quite big. I didn't know that because I lived in America for 4 years, 2 years in Los Angeles, another 2 years in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So during my stay in Los Angeles, I traveled many places, but never been to Lake Elsinore. But I went to several places near. It was Salton Sea. Yeah, it was very hot. I remember that. Okay, thank you very much. I saw your message on YouTube, so I returned to you. I called you. Thank you very much. It's almost time to get back to my class. You have a wonderful evening and have a good night and catch you again. N6PUD, this is HR BBD 73. Bye-bye, Tim.
Okay, QSL. Really quick, I'm about 71 miles north of San Diego, and I caught the pronunciation of your name in your language, but you know what? I don't want to offend anyone. I would probably butcher your name. Okay, Ivan, thank you again for coming back to me. Again, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I'll leave you alone. Let you get back to your class. 7-3. November 6th, Papa, Uniform Delta. We'll be clear.
Okay, Tim, thank you very much. I'll catch you again down the road. 73. Bye-bye.
Ivan, how do you copy KN6KNE? KN6KNE calling HL5 BBD.
KN6KNE, this is HR5 BBD. Hi, Danny. I heard you called me last several minutes before, but I have to get back to my class, so I didn't answer to you. Okay, anyway, nice to meet you. I have 4 minutes. You are putting very good signal here. KN6KNE, this is HR5 BBD.
Hello, everybody.
Roger, right. HL5 BBD, KN6KNE. Quick question. Let's see. You're on the other side of the date line, so you're in daytime Thursday, right? Thursday?
Yeah, that's right. It's Thursday. Now 11:57, 30 minutes to noontime. It's Thursday. Over.
Oh, copy. I'm in Miami, Florida, and we're about 1 hour away from Thursday morning. So 1 hour away. So, okay, we're slowly catching up to you. And Greg is just, I think, in sunset. Just after sunset there on West Coast. Maybe an hour and a half already. Okay, thanks for coming back. Have a good day today. Have a good Thursday. And
Okay, KN6KNE, this is HR5 BBD. Okay, Danny. Oh, as I see your address in your page of QRJ.com, you are living in Fulton. I know Fulton very well because I used to live in Loren Heights. I lived in Loren Heights, so it's very close to Fulton, I think. Okay, I'll catch you again. I have to start my class now. KNE, Danny in Portland, California. This is HR5EBD Ivan in South Korea. So listening. Bye-bye, Danny.
Ivan. Copy. You live very close. And see you later. KN6KNE. Clear with HL5BBD.
Okay, Danny, I'll catch you again down the road. KN6KNE, this is HR5EBD signing off and clear.
KN6KNE, K6EGG. Glad you made the contact there.
Thank you for the Dodgers. We'll see if they wake up.
I think I've written them off.
It's too early. It's a quality team. They can still do it. We'll see. A couple of bang plays and they're right back in. So, yeah. The thing is, I wonder why Urias stayed in so long after giving up 4 runs.
Their bullpen's taxed, that's why.
I have not followed the Dodgers closely. Kershaw on the injured list.
Kershaw's out, yeah. Hopefully he'll be able to play beginning of next season, but they don't know. He tore something in his elbow.
I think when you were out, did you see Justin Turner limping out off the field?
I did see that, unfortunately, so that's not good.
Look at those guys in the bullpen. They're just relaxing out there.
Being a bullpen guy for the baseball is probably the best gig in baseball. Work maybe 1 or 2 days a week.
I think so. And, yeah, it's definitely most relaxing. Although Miller was a pinch runner in the last inning. May get called to be used. Okay, 2 out, so I'll probably turn the TV on. I gotta practice on Morse code.
Copy that, and you doubled with N6PUD.
I was just going to comment. Be there in the bullpen. Sit there in the bullpen and work a couple of days a week and have a wonderful salary. What could possibly go wrong?
And have the whole entire winter off, too.
Well, I guess with all the money that you would make, I could find things to do to keep me busy the rest of the winter. And when spring training pops back up, you're ready to rock and roll, I guess. N6 beauty.
All right, Tim, I think I'm going to go head over to 2 meter sideband, see if the normal guys are out there. This is about the time they're out there. wanted to chat with him. We're all supposed to get together in a couple weeks. So Denny, this is Greg This is Greg K6EGG, and for N6PUD, you take care. I'm going to be floating around the band the rest of the night. I might come back to this one here in a few, but I want to say hi to a couple fellows on sideband. I'll be clear on you guys' final. Go ahead first, Denny.
Okay, have a good day there. I might just leave the wheel on here for a little bit. KN6KNE, good night.
All right, 7-3 out there. Greg, have a great evening. I'll be monitoring here, and I'm going to turn this game off. It's boring. 7-3, November 6th, Papa Uniform Delta. We'll be clear monitoring here on 1 Charlie. Have a good night.
You too. K6EGG is QSY to 144250, upper sideband here in Southern California.
It was a trip. One thing I remember about it is like it has like a, talking about QSL, they had a what do you call it, like a circular stage type thing that rotated, and so it was like kind of cut in half with maybe like a divider, and so there people were setting up on the back part of it while people were performing the front, and then when that was done, they would rotate it and get the other one. So when you were turning, man, you had to like plant your feet because you would kind of like slide off if you weren't careful. Yeah. Later on, when I, in my college years, I actually took a year off, and I was playing on the road in this kind of top 40 band. Had some good times with that, but we weren't doing anything special, playing clubs.
Oh, I played the Lighthouse. That was not that long ago. It's called punk rock now.
Yeah, back in the day, the Lighthouse was like the jazz club.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I used to go there the 70s and 80s and, listen to some, biggies, some big-name jazz players. Kind of a small place, but it was a cool place, like a block away from the ocean, right?
Not even a block. It was like 100 yards.
Yeah, it was really close. And remember the Golden Bear across the street from, in Huntington Beach, across the street from the pier?
Yeah, I got on yesterday. My friend Harold. Yeah.
That was a cool place. It was a bigger venue. I saw many group concerts there.
Well, I played the Jupiter.
That's one place I never played. I got some friends that did that I played with, but I didn't do that. Hey, it looks like Greg might be out there. Is that you, Greg?
How did you know? K6EGG.
Been monitoring your stream.
Excellent. Yeah, I was chatting with Denny and had a couple conversations. One with a guy with South Korea, another in Australia, and one in the UK.
Was Denny on, what, DStar?
Yeah, Denny was on Reflector 1, Charlie.
I, told him about the get-together, but he wasn't positive if he's going to have to work or not. Actually, he said he was scheduled, but if something happens, then he would be there.
Yep, that's exactly what he told me. Hope he can make it. I let Bill N6UTD know as well.
Oh, good, yeah. Luck to meet him. And you've already spoken to him, but Andy was on the air this morning with Fred and I, and he confirmed that he was coming.
You think about anybody else?
Well, when I do, I pass the word. There's that guy that he's kind of new up here. He lives off the 605 and 91. His name's Perry. And spoke to him. Well, Fred, he's yesterday actually. Fred, he and I were talking. So I gave him the invite too. But he hangs out here in the morning sometimes.
And I let N3EPA Ray know as well if he's in town. He doesn't know at this point. He doesn't think he is, but if it works out, maybe he can come. But he says he doubts it.
That'd be cool if he was. I don't know what's happened to Dan, the guy from Huntington Beach. I haven't heard it from him because it'd be cool if he could make it.
That N6XQX, is that Dan?
Hang on, let me look up. I don't have it memorized. I might have this thing wrong. AD6DL, that can't be right.
No, that sounds familiar, actually. No, you're right, 86DL. You're right, 100% right.
That is him?
Yeah, I just have like 3 Dans in here.
Okay. I mean, it didn't sound right, but that's what I wrote down in my... I have a little app that I have an app that I just use just for 250. I'm not tracking people, but people that talk on here I want to put in here. Take a look, and he's Westminster, I guess. Maybe I can email him since I haven't heard from him. See what's up.
And I heard you on Reflector 14 Charlie briefly this afternoon.
Oh, you did? I was driving home and I was talking to Don, and I said, "You want to try to switch over to 14 Charlie?" He said, "Sure." And so we talked for a few minutes when I got closer in where I could make it. Then I heard you on sideband, and I tried to get back to you, but you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I think you're mobile and just pulling into your place, I think DUO said.
Too bad on 14 Charlie, if I was making it on 14 Charlie, we could have definitely spoken there. I was definitely talking to Don.
Yeah, we gotta get your DStar up and running. I made a ton of contacts on there. That's my DStar is your HF.
Funny you say that. I said that exact same thing to Al just a few minutes ago.
Seems like I talked to a lot of guys on there that don't have HF capabilities, or truckers, or people that live in HOA situations.
Anybody else looking out there besides, we got Greg out here and Alex and myself, WA6QXA. Anybody else out there? Coming in nice and loud and clear. What's the name again? Hey, Bill, you sound pretty good today. I haven't spoken to you for a while. While you're on, since I have you, we're going to have a little get-together October 30th around probably 10:30, 11ish, and we're kind of putting the final touches on it. But it looks like at this park in Cerritos, if you're interested and if you're available, we'd love to have you. We've got a group of about 20 people so far, mainly from this frequency, but it's open to anybody. We're going to have a little get-together, ham get-together, with mainly from the people from this frequency, but anybody's invited, you know. But we got so far about a group of about 20 people on October 30th in the late morning. Copy?
October 30, late morning, and what's the location?
It looks like it's going to be in Cerritos at a park. I'll give you details. I'll probably have the details by tomorrow. Yeah, you sounded good. You got things dialed in better. I could tell you've been tweaking it. You got great modulation. Yeah, you know, if you come in the next day or so and we can talk, I'll give you exact details because we're still trying to confirm exact details. There's some other people working on the park reservation situation. But it looks like it's going to be a park in Huntington, excuse me, Cerritos. And probably get together like 10:30, 11. Very casual, like bring your own food. We're not going to like get into a big, you know, where people, big production or anything. Bring your own lawn chair type of a thing. We're just going to have a kind of a chill situation for a couple hours. Hey, this is Keith, Long Beach. Keith, WA6QXA. It's Quebec X-Ray Alpha, Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec X-Ray Alpha. Yeah, I was just looking at the weather on my phone. It said, this was about half an hour ago, it said it was 61. So yeah, it's starting to get a little cooler in the evenings. You know that bullshit, I drive to work, I work out in Costa Mesa, and oftentimes I go PCH because the freeway just is like, you know, parking lot. And I drove home that way today, and right around the Boca Chica wetlands, things open up for me because I guess there's not a lot of buildings. You got the water, actually got the water on both sides. Things come up better, you know what I mean? I pick up people better, they pick me up better right in that little area.
no problem. At least they let me stay there till 10 p.m. one time.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Yeah, 2 meters. I don't have anything else in my car except for 2 meters, but yeah, it comes out quite a bit better in just that little area.
You got to put more radios in the car.
You're right. Say that again, Bill. Right, yeah, exactly. Because it's got water on both sides, I think that's what a big help, and there's like no hills or big buildings or any concrete that's affecting the signal.
I talked to Hawaii there the other day from PCH.
On 2 meters?
Affirmative.
Okay, nice. What about the beacon?
For those of you just joining us, this is Greg K6EGG live stream. We're on 144.250 upper sideband tonight. Was just on reflector 1 Charlie and reflector 30 Charlie, and I'm listening to my ear too.
What's the name of that park, Fred, that we plan on going to? Wanabe or something?
This is Greg K6EGG.
Did you hear that, Bill? Don Kanabe? Say again, Fred?
Don Kanabe, KN6OS.
Don Kanabe. We'll give you more details on the address and stuff. It's about 195 and Bloomfield in Cerritos.
Bring tacos.
Bring tacos. You're funny. Yeah, and I'll give you more details because it's a big park, like where we're gonna be. So as soon as I get more details on the exact address, I can tell you. But that's the park that we're planning on.
Okay, I know who Don Kanabe is. And the park is in Cerritos. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Right around 195 in Bloomfield.
Okay, got it.
Who is this, Bill?
Bill down in Huntington Beach. Roger, go ahead, Fred.
Okay, yeah, Don Kanabe, yeah. Yeah, he only lives right down the street from the park.
Is it Don Kanabe Park?
Yes, Don Kanabe Park, yes.
Where is it?
Relay.
195 and Brookhurst approximately.
No. 195 and what?
Not Brookhurst, Bloomfield, my bad. 195 in Bloomfield, my bad. Bill, if I said Brookhurst, my bad. Bloomfield.
Yeah, nobody will show up then.
That's the plan. It's just south of South Street, so it's about a mile south of the freeway, the 91 freeway.
You know where 183rd's at?
What's the name of the park?
Relay.
Look on Greg's live stream. He's showing it right now for us. Take a look.
What channel is Greg on?
K6EGG live, YouTube.
Dodgers are losing 9-2 on the top of the top.
That's not good.
Gotta get rid of that team then. Get a new team.
New players or a new team?
New players.
All right, I'll send them a note.
They ain't no good no more like the 60s.
They won the frickin' World Series last year.
How what are they doing now, 92?
Yeah, well, they could still pull it out. There's 3 more games left.
Right.
What park is that?
It's Don Kanabe, K-N-A-B-B. Don Kanabe, K-N-A-B-B, regional
I thought, so Fred, is it closer to Bloomfield? I'm not Bloomfield, 195 or Del Amo, or is it right in between both?
On the northeast corner of Del Amo and Bloomfield.
Don Capucci Park.
Dave. Dave's not here.
He's got some timers tonight. We go through this all the time, but we put up with it.
What park?
Eldorado. Hey, where's Heritage Park in relationship to Don Kanabi?
You head north, go down Bloomfield and head north toward the freeway. Just before the freeway, it's on the right-hand side there.
Which one's further north, Heritage?
Yes, Heritage.
Which one's closer to you?
Don Kanabi.
Okay, Roger.
Don who?
Okay, but Heritage ain't that much further. Maybe 1 or 2 blocks further away from me. Heritage Park has got a lot more interesting buildings on it, but it's a way smaller park.
So when I left your house the other day, I turned left on Shoemaker because I want to bar with the freeway, and I went till it dead-ended, which it dead-ended at 195th, so I turned right. And there was a park on the left-hand side. I assume that was the park. Is that a different park?
Well, by my house, that's Don Kanabi, yeah.
Okay, so it does connect to 195.
Right.
Okay. Wow, it takes up a lot of real estate. That's a huge park.
Hey, Fred? Are you going to be supplying coffee, cups of coffee and stuff like that?
Hold it. I'm going to do that while I'm coming in with my backpack and my bicycle. Where am I going to carry all that stuff?
I don't care. You got to figure it out. You're going to supply the coffee. You're always talking about pots of coffee.
I can bring an empty pot.
Oh, come on, Fred. That's no fun.
I don't think I have electricity to plug in there. I never looked.
Well, bring your electricity. Go buy like a generator or something.
I got a generator, but where am I going to carry all that stuff?
It's not my problem.
Well, I'll tell you what. You used to carry 250 pounds in an hour, right, Dave?
Right.
Forgot about that.
Fred?
Yeah.
Are you going to bring a drill so you can drill some holes in my car?
I got that.
Oh, you have space for that, but you don't have space for a coffee pot. I see how it is now.
My special hole cutter, I got what they call a 6-inch.
I'm going to keep my 6-inch jokes to myself.
That'd be a nice big hole. Could have put a big insulator in there, boat insulator.
Hey, you know who makes really good coffee? Is Dunkin' Donuts.
Get a 30-pack.
I actually don't even drink coffee.
Yeah.
Real bitter. I really like Dunkin' Donuts. It's like nice and smooth.
I'll chip in as well.
That won't even cover the tip.
I'll give you 2 ounces.
Just the tip.
No, I'll chip in $20.
You haven't been to Starbucks lately, have you?
Once a day. What park are we going to?
Aldo.
Prado Park.
pudding son?
Griffith.
Elysian Park.
40 horsepower boat motor. It took me forever to get up because this thing didn't have any power. Too far.
What's wrong with too far? You have a car.
Too congested.
It's Sunday?
Yeah, man, that place is a tourist attraction.
It'll be Griffith Park.
Next time. Already got it planned out.
I don't know where Don's come out in that park is.
Perfect, because he won't show up. I know better. I know you know who it's at.
Just go to Prado Park and look for us.
There you go. That'd be cool.
Is Andy out here tonight?
We should have it at a microbrewery. I haven't heard Andy yet.
Yeah, I talked to him all this morning, all the way long, all the way to work again with his new 5/8 wave antenna. It's working good.
Yeah, I could hear him. He just couldn't hear me. You know, light copy, but I could hear what he's saying. What was weird is when I got on the 55 freeway, which is usually where I have a harder time, you and I talking, because it's kind of a, I don't know, a dead spot. He got louder, and I think it has to do with that he was going east and west, and I was going east and west at that stage. And maybe my antenna was a little more directional or something.
Well, is your antenna off to the side of that car? Is it in the center or off to the side a little bit?
No, center. But it always gets a little dead when you and I talk there, because there's these tall, you know, brick walls on that freeway and stuff like that. But he got louder. It was weird.
We did the test. Does your car talk to the forward better or to the back better?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did that test.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I know you wrote it down.
I'll have to find the paperwork.
Just remember, we turned that test around. You can talk further to the forward or back, depending on where your antenna's at.
Yeah. Did any of you bozos check in tonight?
I didn't check in tonight, no.
Brad, shame on you. You're the one that got us into this bozo thing, and you never check in anymore.
Yeah, I did. I checked in last week.
What about Sunday?
I checked in last week.
What about Sunday and today?
Today I missed.
What about Sunday? That was this week.
I checked in.
Okay. Very good. Jim was running today. I checked in, checked out.
They were talking to people up there in Lone Pine, remember?
I kind of checked in the bitter end, like the last 5 minutes, and actually Pat was running at that. He's the one that answered my call. Dave didn't answer my call.
He came out later.
Pat did?
Dave did.
Well, I was at the very end. Pat took my call, and I got him on the back side of his beam.
What did I do?
Not you, Dave. What is it, Garden Grove Dave, the net control guy on Sundays.
Yeah, I only run it on Sundays.
Did Don send you that picture of Gabe's antenna going up and down?
You talking to Dave? You talking to me? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Keith.
Say it again.
Did Ward send you a picture? No, not Ward. Did Don send you a picture of Gabe's antenna at Dom Kanabi's park going up and down on his car?
Nope.
That's pretty neat.
Hey, Dave in Garden Grove, Bozo 12. We're going to have a get-together. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you're feeling up to it, but October 30th at Don Kanabi Park in Cerritos, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Just a very casual get-together.
What, the 31st of this month?
30th, I believe, the Saturday.
Saturday's TRW, is it going to be later in the afternoon?
This is going to be about 10:30, 11.
Oh, dude, I'm going to be I'm going to be out the TRW slot meet.
Oh, okay. Since it's reopened, how's it working out? Is it pretty good?
They're starting to get more sellers in there. I mean, there's been a couple of clubs that have brought a lot of their, leftover computer stuff, not computer stuff, but repeater stuff. A lot of Motorola stuff that they no longer are using because they upgraded. So there was a lot more of that last month.
Oh, that's good, because I've never been there, but I heard like lots of refrigerators and computers and that kind of stuff.
Well, there is computers. Now, don't forget, computers do run ham radio. But now refrigerators, unless it's a small one that would fit in your vehicle or something like that. But, there's been mannequins out there.
And the feed point.
One time, not this year, but last year, the guy had about 10 or 12 mannequins.
Mannequins?
And, let's see. There's always, kitchen sink, faucet.
Did he say mannequins?
License to get a spot.
Oh, okay. The mannequins, that's so you can take the carpool lane or something?
No, I told the guy to take him out in the desert and use him as target practice.
Good idea.
What did he say?
He wouldn't sell them to me.
Well, you could have to buy one for your shack, and that could be your partner there for help you with the net. There on 144.240 there in the net. It'd be your backup.
I have to rig up a speaker and set him up with a headphone and everything. I could do that. I could do it remotely. I think everybody's watching the Dodgers lose tonight.
No, not me. They just lost.
So they're down, what, 3-1?
Yep, 3-1.
That's not good.
They can win 3 straight. They'll win it.
I think they've done it before, huh?
Won the World Series?
No, been down that much and still pulled it off.
I don't know if the Dodgers have, but like 89% possibility that the team that wins 3 of 7 wins it all.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Was it the Braves using kind of like just relievers for pitchers tonight?
No, I think their starter went the first 5 or 6 innings.
Okay, because I watched last night, and that's what they said that they expected. So that's why I said that.
What do you guys got C4FM?
Who wants to know?
I do.
Who's I do?
That was what, number 12.
Oh, yeah. I got C4FM.
The Catalina repeater just put one up.
Yeah, they just put it up. I was out there a couple days ago. What was that, 448-900 or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody knew. I just thought I'd put it out, 448.900.
Yeah, I've been on there the last couple days. Not many people there yet.
Well, still running a little conflict with a couple other people that have repeaters on that frequency. But Catalina's is coordinated and the other 2 aren't.
Oh, Okay, well, there should be no problem then, because they're coordinated.
Yeah, but Scrubba's not acknowledging it, even though they have confirmed ours, the repeaters. But it's harder to get other people off.
Oh. So what's that like when somebody's running Fusion and somebody's running FM? What's that sound like?
RL, and then they get a hold of FCC.
I keyed on you. What was that? Back up again?
I said, what I've been finding out, FCC is not really doing much, so you need to go through ARRL, and then they get a hold of FCC.
Oh.
I don't think the FCC exists anymore.
Well, they're there. They want your money to renew your license.
That's just the government. They spend it on other things.
Defund the FCC.
I've tried to get a hold of them 100 times in the last couple of years. Never do they return calls, emails, nothing.
They know it's you.
Yeah, maybe they know it's me. Not answering in.
I think they just got one Western Regional guy doing the whole thing or something.
Their budget was cut tremendously. They don't have anywhere near what they used to have back in the 70s and 80s.
And they definitely have bigger fish to fry than us.
Well, when they find Howard Stern, they got a lot of money.
What they find him for?
They're cussing on the radio about $4 or $5 million.
Steve, where do they go to? Those penalties?
FCC.
I know. But where's it go? Payola?
That was like 10 years ago. That money's gone.
Probably longer than that. He's been like on cable or whatever you call it for what, at least 15, right?
Those guys are easy to find. They're fine. Everything's recorded. Tens of millions of people watching.
I mean, he's on satellite or whatever it is, so he can say whatever he wants these days.
Yeah, now he's...
But he's been on there for probably 15 years.
What's his program like now? He about talked about everything. He must have repeats.
You know, I don't know. I haven't listened probably for 5 years. I used to listen all the time, but I haven't really been into it.
I never really listened to him. This guy's nuts. He's a genius. He's a nut. Yeah, he's a nut all the way to the bank. There's plenty of nuts that go to the bank. Did you ever listen to him? Oh, I used to. Yeah, and that's a sad commentary on our society, our kids. He's lighting farts and screwing women on the air and talking about sex. Just totally ridiculous. I mean, if you want to listen, more power to you. He's a juvenile.
Look what his audience is.
Well, that's like any economic engine. There's 350, 60 million people. If a million people out of 350 million buy anything, it's a success. So
1% of the country makes you successful, but are you really successful?
Well, if you got money in the bank and you pay your taxes, you don't have to deal with a lot of people. I guess that's
And I guess Pablo Escobar is a success.
No. El Chapo's not a success. Pablo Escobar, yeah. Not very successful anymore.
Well, you get my point, though.
Lost Texas killed him.
El Chapo, when he paid off the guards in the prison in Mexico to build him a tunnel.
Well, yeah, I know he gave up the whole country, but you know that Pablo Escobar was, he was getting, had a special prison made for him. When he got in trouble, it was like a penthouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, money talks. That's my point I'm making. Doesn't mean you're successful. Sex is $1 billion industry, but why is it so taboo?
C5A. You know what a C5A is?
It's a giant jet.
Yeah, I used to work on the guys with him over in North. And,
All right, listening to the static's killing me here. I'm going to move over to the reflector here.
Yep, back in the 70s and 80s, they were on everything that moved.
I know, K6EGG. There you go, you're right, money talks.
We're about to print $5 trillion if Biden and Congress has their way.
Well, I think Congress should get fired.
All of them. Let's start anew. New revolution. No, we should elect everyone new, and they got to be under 35.
Then we would have a bunch of AOCs.
I think that would be better than what we have, believe it or not.
I don't know why people keep voting for people that's been in office for 45 years, and they blame others on the problems, even though it was them that caused it.
Power corrupts. Overwhelming power corrupts overwhelmingly.
Money is power, power is money.
Condoleezza Rice was on The View either yesterday or today, and she said basically the same thing, that there's too many people that have been in Congress, the halls of the Capitol for way too long. We need to start letting the younger people take it. I mean, what does Nancy Pelosi need to be in there? She's 80 plus 80, and Biden plus 80. That's those people. What's up with Maxine Waters and Dianne Feinstein? They don't even see Dianne Feinstein anymore.
I thought she retired.
Dianne Feinstein? I don't think so.
We're trying to get her to retire.
And like Shifty Schiff, man, he's so corrupt. I don't know why people keep voting that guy in.
How about Schumer? He's the one that bothers me the most.
Yeah, Schumer, another one. Scumbag.
mean, thank you guys, because you're making my point. All of those sons of bitches need to retire. Let the young life move in. Retire. Live your life. You're going to croak in office.
But we don't need any more AOCs, I'll tell you that.
AOC, I think, is an aberration. She's a wackadoodle.
And with her little crew.
No, the new Green Deal is the same as the old Green Deal. Just pumping in all that green leaf marijuana.
You know how we can settle this green, but nobody wants to do it? We could just use nuclear power. It's safe, clean, efficient, clean.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. Roll every site, every marijuana field, cocaine
I was thinking of generating nuclear power.
I know, but I'm thinking the other way. We're just, this is the way you get into
Yeah, that probably would help too.
All right there, boys. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to play with some reflectors and then head into bed. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'll talk to you guys on Friday.
Hi, Greg. Time for you.
I wanted to say bye to some more people, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I think so too. I only have a...
Geez, I really started enjoying.
All right, so back on reflectors.
Creative rock that was being.
Right now I'm on a reflector 30 Charlie.
And that was neat.
I think I'm going to go back to reflector 1.
Yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. KB6QL.
I'm the blues that I really like is like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now,
link to REF001 Charlie.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 1 Charlie. And also on YouTube, if you type in my call letters, K6EGG, into the search engine of YouTube. Anybody out there on the Reflector?
K6EGG N3 EPA Mobile.
What's up, Ray? N3 EPA, K6EGG. Had a stinky feeling you'd pop in here. Got a little tired to listen to static. I have a headache tonight, so moved back over to reflectors. I was on here a little earlier. Made a bunch of great contacts out here on Reflector 1 Charlie. How's Illinois treating you?
Well, I haven't made it to Chicago yet, but I don't know.
You dropped, Ray. Ray, you dropped out, and KF7PK, you were overdriven, and I couldn't understand a word you said.
Okay. Just trying to get this program working. And thank you for coming back to me. My name is Chuck.
Hey Chuck, this is Greg, K6EGG for KF7FPK. Your audio is super overdriven and it's very, very difficult to understand what you're saying. So I don't know if you want to drop your audio. I think that might be the issue. You're getting it's not data packet loss, but it's a very difficult copy as far as audio quality to be concerned about.
Okay, Greg. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm working on the sliders here to see if that is a little better. Let me know. Over.
If you can split the difference, you're not distorted anymore, but it's now it's hard to hear you because of low volume. Should give it another try.
Okay. Well, we'll try and dial me in here. That's a little bit more. How's that?
That is perfect. Now I have you loud and clear there. Are you out there in Salt Lake City, it looks like?
Yeah, I'm in Salt Lake City, and I have Blue DV for Windows, and it stopped working. I haven't used it for quite a while, and just getting in and setting up things in it to see. I guess my COM port had changed or something, so at least the DStar part is working. Over.
Yep, copy that, and your audio is coming through clear now. And if you're wondering to see how you sound, and you have maybe another computer by or something, you can type my call letters K6EGG into the search engine of YouTube, and you can actually hear yourself come through my radio via YouTube. So that way it gives you a good idea how you sound to me. Now back to you. This is Greg, K6EGG for KF7PK.
Yeah, Greg. Well, I appreciate it. I got the XYL expecting me to come out in the other room. I told her it'd just be a minute, but so anyway, well, nice to make your acquaintance, Greg, and I'm glad you got me helping with my audio setting. And I know there's I don't know what are working conditions there. What are you using? Over.
I think you dropped out a little bit. I think you're asking what I was using. I have an Icom 9700 into a DV hotspot, and just Wi-Fi into my router here. So pretty basic setup. It does seem to do the job. I made a bunch of contacts over on reflector 1 Charlie a little bit. What am I on right now? I'm trying to figure out here. I think I'm on reflector 1 Charlie right now, actually. So made a bunch of different contacts on there earlier. So really cool stuff, man. I like it. Now back to you, K6EGG.
Yeah, fine, Craig. K6EGG KF7PK. Yeah, we're on 1 Charlie. What reflectors do you find activity on, Greg? Over.
Well, locally here in Southern California, reflector 12 alpha. It's hooked to about 10 repeaters throughout Southern California, reaches into the high desert and up into Central California. That one seems to be busy kind of in the mid to late morning, early afternoon. Reflector 30 Charlie seems to always be pretty busy. So is this one, reflector 1 Charlie here. So I'm pretty new to this, only a couple weeks into it, at least on the hotspots side of things. I was talking on a couple local repeaters. Before that, but I didn't feel comfortable changing over the reflectors with the repeater here locally because they belong to a club. So I decided to get one hotspot. So now I have a hotspot for the house and then one for my car. So now I'm totally covered. So back to you, K6EGG.
Yeah, fine, Greg. K6EGG, KF7, Papa Kilo. Thank you for that info. And when I got started in this, I was using I think it was a Anytone walkie-talkie and going through local repeater, and then I went to hotspot, and this program Blue TV works on Windows, and all I've got is my desktop, and I've got a dongle plugged in to make the program work. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm noticing there's not. Sometimes there's a whole lot of traffic, and sometimes there's hardly anything. So anyway. Well, thank you for those numbers, those reflectors, and let me get back to the exfile, and nice making your acquaintance, and thank you again. K6EGG, KF7, PK73.
Copy that, KF7 PK for Greg, K6EGG. And I also was just looking through your QRZ page there, and I had it up on my YouTube stream. That was pretty cool little history of your ham radio license and ham radio, I wouldn't call it career, but your hobby throughout your life. Pretty cool stuff. So you have a good evening there out in, look like Utah there, just outside of Salt Lake. It's kind of getting a little late here for me. I got to get up sort of early, not that early, but I think I'm going to take off for the evening. So take care, Chuck. Great making contact with you. This is Greg, K6EGG 73s, and also on YouTube, if you type in my call letters, kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, K6EGG in the search engine of YouTube.
Okay, Greg. Well, I will do that when I get a minute, and check out your QRZ page. Well, thank you for that. I actually cut it down a little bit. I have a lot more equipment in my history, but I kind of wanted to make it easy reading for people. Best of 73, KF7, Papa Kilo is clear.
Hey, good night, Greg. K6EGG N3 EPA Mobile.
Copy that, Ray. It looks like you're getting a little closer to Chicago there. Always great chatting with you, and might be able to try to hook up with you tomorrow night on the way home on something. I'll try to reflect. Well, actually, it's Thursday night, so they're probably going to have a net. So I don't know. I might be on this one or Reflector 30 Charlie. So take care, Ray. N3 EPA, K6EGG 73rds.
Have a good night.
'73's Greg, K9WLW.
'73rds there, man. Have a good one. K9WLW, K6EGG. All right, so I think I'm going to call tonight. Between the hour and a half, 2 hours I was on earlier, and the 2.5 hours I'm on right now. It's been a long day of ham radio and having a light in my face and a camera on my my mug here. So anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on about 2 or 3 days a week, depending on my schedule, my personal schedule, my work schedule. Normally I'm on a 2-meter sideband frequency, but the last couple of weeks I've been also on, I'm getting some text there, I've been also on some reflectors, 1 Charlie, 30 Charlie, 12 Alpha. Oh, yeah, also 14 Charlie. I talked on a little earlier today. So always fun talking to new people. It looks like we got Jerry out there. Let's go, Brandon. I wish I had a little more time. I'm just not feeling too good tonight. A little tired. Didn't get much sleep last night. So anyways, you guys take care. Once again, thanks for subscribing if you are new, and I hope to talk to you soon. This is Greg, K6EGG, 73rds.